Hello, everybody. How are you? I hope that you are having a fabulous morning so far. Let's get started about talking about how to choose a home-based business. There are so many things out there that you can keep your eye on in order to have a successful home-based business. So we're going to touch on that just a little bit today. So stay with us as we begin to have that discussion. Welcome back to Straight Talk. My name is Maria Sestero, and I'm going to give you some straight up conversation about home-based business. So let's talk about what that really means. Well, in today's day and age, home-based business means network marketing. After what we've gone through in the last couple of years, people are like, okay, I can work from home and I can figure this out. So what is it? What is it that I got to do? How do I have to, what do I need to know about finding a home-based business? So here's a few things I'm going to rattle off to you and share about what a home-based business should consist of for you. And, and go from there. And I'm hoping that so many of you open your eyes and understand that we literally at this point have the world's finest financial advisors telling us that network marketing is the place to be. Our economy, where we're headed, network marketing is the place to be. So put the It's a Pyramid Scheme behind you and let's get talking about what it is that you need to look for in a home-based business. The number one thing you need to look for is, are the products consumable and are the products disruptive? Are they disruptive to every other product out there, and are they consumable, right? So for me, it had to be consumable or no one's going to need to use it every 30 days, right? You want the people on your team to be able to use it every 30 days that they are ordering in order to stay active in their business. If it is something that is not consumable, well, how much of something that's not consumable do you want to buy? Nobody wants to buy something that's not, you're not going to keep buying every, 30 days of something that's not going away in your household, but something like a vitamin, you're going to use every day, right? You're going to use that every day. So once you commit to that, then you're going to buy, and that's what you're going to train your team to do, use your own product. That's the number one thing. Number two thing, look into what your CEO is all about. Who's created the company, why they've created the company. For me, Dallin Larson, he has already brought two other multi-level companies to the billion-dollar industries, the billion-dollar category. I mean, twice. So once you can say, maybe he got lucky. The second time, I'm looking at a skill set, guys. I'm looking at a skill set. So pay attention to that. The other things you want to pay attention to in home-based business is, what, if you're getting involved in it, will it be something that you can be passionate about? So for me, this was perfect because it's holistic healthcare. Many of you know my story, many of you do not. So I'll share just a little tiny glimpse of it. I had seizures as a youth and over-medicated through a lot of different doctors. So at one point I was on 8 medications for seizures. And it wasn't until I found a holistic lifestyle that I was able to get off of that medication and let my body run and do the things it needed to do on its own, with the assistance of the holistic care. So what I want you to do is start to see what your passion is, see what it is that you feel so good about sharing with others. The other thing that you want to share with others is the fact that they can literally start replacing income. So for instance, if say people are struggling and they can't pay their cable bill or they have a car payment, you can show them a way. You can show them a way across the whole United States and into 11 or 12 other countries that we're in, another avenue to make money while they're still working on a part-time basis. So think about that. Think about that you're able to share with them an opportunity to use their own product and make money doing so just by simply sharing it with other people. So that's one of the things that, people say, oh, what's the product? Well, yeah, we have a product, but we also, the biggest product that I consider that we have is the actual business end of it. the actual business end of it. So I want you to think about a couple things. So here you start a business for roughly $1,500 or less. We do have other options. You know, a lot of companies have many of options for you to get in. So $1,500 or less. And you then get to, you know, talk to as many people as you want, but you don't have to hire them. You're actually, when you get into business with them, you've now opened yourself another location. So I'm in New York. I have business in Texas. I have business in not California, Florida. You know, I have business in Massachusetts. I have business all across the country. So why not? Why not? So you don't have to employ them. You don't have to pay the employee taxes. You don't have to get disability insurance on them. You don't have to pay workers' comp on them. They open their own business. So now you have locations wherever you open the business, and you could do it all across the country and into other countries. That's massive. That's massive. So pay attention to that. The other thing is, how old is the company? A lot of companies out there, you can simply say a name and they're like, oh, I've heard about it. Oh, you know, I've done that, been there, done that. This company right now that I'm involved in, nobody's heard of. Nobody's heard of it. But guys, it's going to start to take on momentum. So that's one thing that you want to pay attention to. Where on the chart of momentum is it? How many years has it been in business? And the last thing, or not last thing, but one of the other important things you want to find out about the company is how much debt it's in. How much debt did they create in order to open the company? If they are in debt, then that's not good, because what happens is they're not going to be able to pay the people in the business as well. So what does that mean? So if the company is debt free, you get a bigger compensation. And I don't know about you, but I like to be compensated for the work I do. So that is something that you want to pay attention to. Okay. I just had something else in my brain that I wanted to share, and it just went right out. So let's talk a little bit about the compensation plan. So when you have a compensation plan, you want to know, how is it built? Is it unilevel? Is it binary? Is it both? So we are both. And that's another thing that you want to ask yourself. So guys, there's so much. And how many ways of getting paid? You know, right now we have 9 ways of getting paid. The team I'm on now has additional ways to get paid because I'm in a specific team within the company. So you need to ask yourself all these questions before you just jump. You need to have a multitude of products in there. One product doesn't cut it anymore. You need to build big and broad with everyone and share your passion. So when you're looking for a home-based business, you have to also ask yourself, are you willing to get uncomfortable? Are you willing to step out of your comfort zone in order to achieve your ultimate goals? Right? So I just saw something the other day that says, your comfort zone and fear cannot coexist. Right? I'm sorry, your comfort zone and growth cannot coexist. So your comfort zone is where you're going to stay put and you're not going to go any further, right? But your growth is going to set you on fire. But you got to be willing to grow. You got to be willing to make changes. You got to be willing to do the uncomfortable. Because I'm not going to lie to you guys, like building a business, it's just like any other business. You got to do things that you may not want to do. You got to have conversations you may not want to have. You got to look yourself in the mirror and be real with yourself. So when you're choosing a home-based business, I want you to take all of that into account. All of the things I just mentioned, take them into account. But the final thing to take into account is you. You. What are you willing to do? What is it that you want to be passionate about? What is it? Are you willing to get uncomfortable? Are you willing to show up to events? Are you willing to stay up late, to get up early? Are you willing to create a team and be their team leader? Are you willing? So take a look at home-based business. I highly recommend network marketing. I come from a long lot of years of regular business, brick and mortar type business. And I'm here to tell you that network marketing is the best way to wealth, to be rich. There's a very big difference in I'm well off to I'm wealthy. Which one do you want to be? You want to be a little bit comfortable where you're not struggling, but you got to be careful what you're dipping into. Or do you want to be so wealthy that you then can do things for people that you never imagined possible? Maybe send your kids through college with no debt, like I did for my daughter. Or maybe not have a mortgage anymore. What is it you want? You want to retire from your regular job? What is it you want? So I'm here to tell you, make sure that the last thing too is make sure you could do it all from your phone. Make sure that the company, which most of them should be at this point on an app, you can work a couple hours a day to invest in another additional stream of income, not go get a second part-time job, right? The industry has changed. The world has changed. There is no more working 2 or 3 jobs at a brick and mortar. There's working your regular job, then there's network marketing. So get on board with that. Take a good look at home-based business. And I say, call me, reach out, send me a message, because this is where you want to be. Don't wait. You're going to get left behind if you do. So guys, thank you for joining me on Straight Talk. My name is Maria Sestero, and I will talk to y'all soon.